Hey guys, namaste. I think I'm live. So this is my first time doing live. I tried it a little bit earlier today, and it seemed like it was working. So let me just see. Let me turn on chat. Hello. Okay. Well, no, I'm actually live and I'm talking to you live. Well, did you go to the Yoga Bliss dance? And you should see something about streaming live, no? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, no, it is. Just scroll down below focus, important relationship, and you'll see live now. I can't believe I'm talking to you while I'm trying to film live. Kenny. Look below that on the page. Are you at my homepage, Yoga Bliss Dance? Kenny, go back up. That was fine.
Okay. And you can get the loudest one?
Yeah. Hello. Okay. Are you at my YouTube page? Because I'm like filming this. Somebody might be watching me talk to you, so I need to get off the phone. But you just go right below where it says Spirit Messages, and it says Recent Activities, and it says Live Now. And the video right below where it says Recent Activities. It says Live Now in red. Okay, where are you though? Are you on my YouTube homepage where it says Yoga Bliss Dance? It has the header. You know, you have to go to my main page. Right, and then it says videos, playlists, and all that below it. Okay, so when you see the Spirit Messages, that video, okay, so right below that, under Recent Activities, it should say Beginning with Meditation for Stress and Anxiety, Live Now. Yeah, click on it. I'm not sure why it doesn't. It shows Live Now on mine. Sorry, guys. That was a friend who I had to like guide through finding me on YouTube, which was pretty funny. So namaste. And I told him, I'm like, I'm filming live right now. I think I shouldn't really take calls. So I just did want to set up chat. I think, oh yeah, it's set up. That was hilarious. Like if this were TV, imagine if a friend called and you're like, they can't talk right now. So welcome, type something in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Say hi, say your name. And I can't explain to you how to figure out chat. It's in there somewhere. Press on all the symbols. So today is, I wanted to try my first live, and the title I gave it is Beginning with Meditation for Stress and Anxiety. Okay, and so, like I said, be patient, because I've watched some really big YouTubers, and I've been watching them, and then suddenly it all goes black, and you hear their voice, and anyway, so far so good. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping in. And yeah, if you're not sure where to find chat, let me move your cursor. Actually, I am a bit of a tech geek, so I may as well help you guys. Move your cursor over the screen, and like when I do that, I see in the upper left, there's a little blue box, and it has like text in it, and if you click on that, it should pop up a chat. Okay, and then the chat will pop up on the right. So I think most of you, some of you may know where that is. So like I said, bring your cursor, bring your pointer over the video, go to the upper left corner, and you'll see a little bubble that will say chat, and if you click on it. So yeah, do that. Let me know your name, where you're viewing from. Welcome, so I can welcome you. And I will be doing a guided meditation as well as a Q&A. So I want to take your questions. And I'm just going to keep greeting people if folks can figure out. I see I've got a couple viewers, but they may not be able to figure out how to do chat. And so the chat will show on the right-hand side, you guys, so I'll be able to see it. It's actually really cool. And, you know, if you have a question about meditation, especially about beginning meditation, and if you are, you know, having stress, which who isn't really, and or suffer from anxiety, let me know, ask your questions, and I will try to answer them. And we will, I want to say, depending, I'll wait and see, but probably about quarter after, we'll do a guided meditation. Okay, so say your name. I know Ken's watching, but Ken might not be able to figure out how to chat. And I think Ellen is watching. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Ken. So yeah, see if you can figure that out. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it does read that I have 2 viewers right now, and I'm just happy that the live is working, you know, and that you can, I think you can see me. So what is meditation? Meditation, you know, of course, right now is so popular. I have been meditating for a while, a really long while, and so I'm really happy to see meditation getting popular. I think it's kind of funny to see it, you know, finally really hitting mainstream. Let's see, what else can I share about it? So my name is Kala. If you don't know me, hi, Viv Williams, but I use the Sanskrit name Kala, and I'm a yoga teacher. I was certified to teach yoga way back in the day, and I have been also studying mindfulness meditation for decades, studying and practicing. And so, hi, I have another viewer. Welcome. Yeah, if you know how to, let's see, let me click here, make sure everything technically is okay. Yeah, if you know how to chat, please just say your name and where you're from. You know, are you from a city? Are you from a big city? Or are you from a suburban area? Or are you from a rural area? And I do want to also let you guys know that YouTube does send out a notification, but I think it does it like maybe a minute before. So it takes a while for people to get the notification. That's if they get their email and if they're not busy. So I would like to do these regularly, to have a broadcast where we talk about spiritual topics, like meditation. Could be, hi there, if you know, my new viewer, if you know how to work the chat, go ahead and say your name and where you're from. The chat, again, for those just joining me, if you put your cursor over the image, right, over my image, in the upper left, it should pop up a little blue box and it says chat. If you click on that, then you'll be able to actually ask a question. Okay, so I hope you will ask a question, and just also tell me your name and where you live. Are you from New York City? Are you from LA? Are you from somewhere in the Midwest? I would love to know that. So hi, Ellen. Hi, Ken. And who's my new viewer? And so I am going to lead meditation. I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'd like to end with a Q&A, just any questions that you may have about meditation, how to do it, what you think you might be doing wrong, and so on. Okay, let me turn that off. I hope you can still see me pretty good. So yeah, share your name, where you're from, just in meditation. That would be really awesome. And of course, I couldn't film a video without Percival the cat interfering, and so Percival is doing something. Hold on. Okay, any noise in the background, that's what's going on. I may need to go and get what Percival the cat is playing with so that we will be able to meditate, because I don't think we'll be able to meditate if he's going to do that. So hang on. And let's see. So yeah, guys, if you are watching, can you figure out the how to enter the chat? Okay, it's right there. What you need to do is just put your cursor on the screen and then go up to the upper left, and you'll see a chat bubble, and you click on that. Okay, do it again myself just to test it. And so when you click on that, then in the right-hand side, by my image, it should show, it'll say group chat, and then you can enter a message, okay? And yeah, hang on 1 second. I've got to go get this from the cat. So. So if you are a regular viewer of my channel, you know that Percival the cat is always featured, and I keep his food in a zippered container, and he actually can open the zipper. And so he had opened it, and he was playing with the lid to his cat food, which we can't have when we try to meditate. So meditation is awesome. I'm so glad it's getting popular. I've been meditating, oh gosh, since I want to say the early 90s. Like, I didn't prepare a script, so I just have been doing it for decades. And I have sat up to 6-week-long retreats with American teachers. And so I'll name some of them while I wait for some of you to type in a chat, say hi, say your name. I have practiced with Joseph Goldstein, and he has written several books on meditation, mostly in the Buddhist tradition. And he's an American, and he, along with Jack Kornfeld and Sharon Salzberg, the three of them went to Asia, and I think it was primarily India in the 60s and 70s. And so they came back and they brought this particular, they really helped introduce meditation to the West. Okay, so it is Theravadan Buddhist meditation, and that's just sort of being very specific. It's basically the root of what is now called mindfulness meditation. It's also called Vipassana meditation, but most commonly right now it's being called mindfulness or insight meditation. So that's the type of meditation I practice. You do not have to be a Buddhist, of course, to practice it, to practice meditation. And I like to give the analogy that, like, you know, I like Italian food, or actually I really like Indian food, and I go, let's use the Italian. I go into an Italian restaurant, you have pasta or whatever, you don't become Italian. And so I say that because sometimes people are, you know, they're nervous, like, well, if I practice meditation, does that, you know, conflict with what I already believe, and so on. So I don't think so, and certainly in the West, meditation is getting so popular for its just a multitude of benefits. And really, I wanted to talk today about, and take your questions about, practicing meditation to deal with stress. And of course, in the West, we're taking it and making it secular. It's not religious anymore, you know, in the ways that you will see it primarily like in America. It's been, Jon Kabat-Zinn is one of the really wonderful popularizers of meditation. And he, I think, was affiliated with UMass, I want to say UMass, yeah, Boston. And he actually worked with people, taught them mindfulness meditation, which is one of the types that we'll be practicing later. And he worked with people who had pain, who had chronic pain, and other things going on, and just proved the benefits of it. In some cases, the pain would be reduced. In other cases, even if subjectively they felt they had the same amount of pain, they felt that they were able to cope with it much better. They felt basically less stressed about any of the pain they were having. So he's worked with a lot of people in a medical setting, teaching them meditation, and so he's really helped to popularize it. Great, welcome. So if you're just joining, I'd love if you would enter your name in the chat box, just say where you're from. Again, if you're new to YouTube Live, it is really relatively new. Click, bring your cursor up. If you may already see it, but I'm doing it on my laptop. I'm old school. You have to go to the upper left and click, and you should see a little box that says chat. And once you do that, it'll pop up on the right where you can chat. You could say your name and where you're from. And so I was just talking a little bit about meditation getting popularized in the West. Black Gurl Zen, he's written some wonderful books. Let's see, one of them is called Full Catastrophe Living. And another one with a great title is Wherever You Go, There You Are. Okay, so some books by Black Gurl Zen that you might be interested in if you want to learn how to really, how to practice meditation, but how to use it in daily life. Hold on one second. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. He doesn't meditate, but this is Percy the cat, so if there's problems, just please blame him. We just know that's what's happening. So yeah, I'm gonna start meditating with you guys. I'm gonna lead you on a brief body scan. The body scan is a wonderful type of meditation if you suffer from anxiety, because it very much brings you back into your body. It is a form of mindfulness meditation, but the object that we're focusing on is the body. Okay, so very good if you are feeling pretty stressed, pretty anxious. And you can kind of even practice it out, like out in the world. No. He's going to try to open his cat food again. Not with me. Hey, no. So you might see his tail go by. It's okay. So let's do a body scan. All right. So get comfortable. I'm actually sitting on my yoga mat on the ground, and I have actually crossed my legs because I'm really comfortable like that. But to meditate, know that you can absolutely sit in a chair, okay? So welcome if you're just joining us. You can absolutely sit in a chair, feet flat, okay? A straight back chair, ideally, and just drop your shoulders down, feet flat on the floor, and you basically just want to line up your knees to your hips and then your feet to your knees, okay? So everything is like at a right angle. Okay, and so those of you, if you are sitting on the floor, just sit comfortably, and Percy is joining us. He will be meditating with us. So just get comfortable, that's the main thing, but not comfortable as in like recliner or super relaxed, because the balance you want to strike in meditation is between being alert and being relaxed, and that's sort of the dance. It's like a yin-yang. Okay, because if you're too relaxed, you will tend to fall asleep. Okay, and I've sat and meditated with many people, and this is common. This totally happens, but they'll be like nodding off, and then they'll catch themselves. So you will get sleepy if you get too relaxed. So don't sit in a recliner. And typically you don't do meditation laying down. You can, much harder, okay? So you're either sitting in a chair with me right now or sitting cross-legged. Okay, so just take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose. Inhale, hold your breath for a moment, and then exhale through the mouth. And it's okay to make a sound. So on the inhale, long breath, and then make a soft sound out through the mouth. Do that a couple times. Inhale. Feel your belly expanding. You might even want to bring your hands onto your abdomen. Okay? So you don't have to worry about having a flat belly. That doesn't matter. So hands on the abdomen. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Breathe out through the mouth. Awesome. A couple more times. Inhale. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. So a lot of us, I'm sure you've seen folks where their shoulders just seem like really high. And sometimes that's us, like a little bit up. See if you can just relax them down. Push the crown of your head up. So top of your head, just push it up to the ceiling and then connect down. So we'll go ahead and start the body scan. All right, let's do our meditation. So become aware of your feet, the soles of your feet, and your ankles. So at this point, close your eyes. Just listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. And you can either close your eyes completely or have them very slightly open. Feel the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, toes, and ankles. And what you're feeling for, what you're trying to feel is sensation. So I'm going to name some things that you may feel. You may feel warm. You may feel coolness. You may feel tingling. So just really try to feel soles of the feet, the toes, the tops of the feet, and any sensations. Awesome. Now, you're not trying to feel anything in particular. There's no right or wrong thing to feel. You're really just trying to tune into your own body. We're going to go through the whole body just like this, okay? So from your ankles go up to your calf muscles. Just tuning into any sensations. Again, warmth or coolness, tingling. You may feel pulsing. Any sensation that you feel, just being aware. Okay? Just being aware. Okay. Now come up to your knees, and if you feel any pain or any discomfort, just be aware of it, notice it, see if you can stay relaxed around it. Okay, so the knees, the thighs, and we're going through the body symmetrically, so we're doing both right and left at the same time. Okay, welcome if you're new, we're just mid-meditation, we're doing a body scan meditation, and you're seated in an alert and yet comfortable position. So from the knees through the thighs, again, notice whatever you're feeling, it's fine. You might feel warmth or coolness, tingling, itching, pulsing. You may feel an ache. Notice, is your left side and your right side the same? And then go up through the belly, the pelvis, the buttocks. Feel the weight of your body being supported. What are the sensations that you feel? Now, I've had students actually say they don't feel anything. So don't worry if you feel that you're not feeling anything. It's just that you may not be as sensitive at this point, okay, to really, and you're not used to tuning into your body. So you want to start to feel a sense of aliveness, okay, but you're not going to create it, it's there, you just have to really drop in. So pelvis, buttocks, belly, lower back. Breath in, feel yourself expanding, feel the ribs and the belly expanding. You're doing great. Now come up to chest, feel the ribs expand. Feel the sensation of the expansion of the ribs through the middle and upper back. What do you feel? What do you notice? You're just tuning into your body. So there's no goal. So just sensing into the muscles and the interior of your body, shoulders, the chest, the upper back. Feel the breath. Does it create a gentle movement in your torso? And just noticing. Yeah, you're doing great. Just the effort to tune in is going to strengthen your concentration and your ability to focus, your ability to start really meditating. Meditating is directing our attention to a specific area. It's not necessarily just clearing the mind. It's usually giving the mind something to focus on. So here we're going through our body scan, if you're just joining us. Feel the shoulders. Now often we hold tension in the shoulders, right? We tend to tense the shoulders. See if you can relax, release. Now bring your attention to your fingers. Okay, feel your fingertips. Try to feel each finger if you can. Okay, so as you're sitting with me, try to feel your thumbs. And remember, we're doing the right side and the left side at the same time. Okay, so feel your fingers. Feel them from the inside. Do they feel tingly? Do you feel coolness? Do you feel pulsing? What do you notice in your fingers, your palms, and the back of your hands as they're resting on your body? Just rest and relax the hands. Okay, doing awesome. Take a breath in and out. Now relax the wrists and then travel from the wrist through your forearms. Again, noticing, keep your arms loose, heavy, relaxed. Notice your forearms, sensations. You might feel itching. You might feel pulsing, or warm, burning, or tingling. Come through the elbows now up to the upper arms, your biceps and triceps, so the front of the arms, back of the arms. As I'm doing this, I'm feeling tingling, but I do practice yoga and I do meditate a good deal. You may feel that you don't feel anything, so it just might take some practice. And now let's go through the neck and throat. Just try to feel sensations, whether on the surface of the body, maybe there's a breeze where you are. Relax your throat. You're doing great. Relax the neck. Maybe you notice there's more sensation on one side of your neck than the other. A lot of times we hold the neck off to one side, or we have just a pattern of tension. Just notice up to the jaw, the cheeks, the mouth. Breathing in and out. We'll just scan through the whole face. So try to feel the surface of the face and then into the muscles of the face. What do you notice? Again, you're just trying to notice. There's no specific thing that you have to feel. You're just training your awareness. So notice around the eyes, the eyelids, the eyebrows. The forehead. So again, we often have a little tension in the forehead. See if you can release and relax the forehead. But what do you notice there? The temples. So on the side of the head, the temples. Just notice. And then we'll end by going over the scalp. Do you feel tingling, pulsing, coolness? All the way to the back of the head, back of the skull. And just noticing what's there. So we've just done, if you were with us from the beginning, we've scanned all the way from the feet, all the way up to the top of the head. Okay. Now keep your whole body in your awareness. So we'll close the practice just by being aware of your entire body all at once. So I ask you to just swing your attention back down to your feet, and then go through your body, sweeping upward, through the torso, the arms, all the way back up to the head. And then just notice what you feel. Are there particular areas that are calling your attention? Perhaps you do have a little discomfort somewhere in the body. That's okay. See if, as you breathe in, if you can breathe out and relax that area. Relax your back. That's a common area that we can have tension or discomfort. What about your knees? Sometimes the shoulders. And so just feeling very aware of your entire body in a wonderful way, feeling very grounded. Before we open the eyes, let's also again reconnect in through your feet. If your feet are flat on the floor, if you're in a chair, and then feel the buttocks connecting to the chair or to the bed or to the cushion. And just feel that you're supported. And when you're ready, take a breath in and we'll open the eyes. Next deep breath in and exhale. Okay, good. So that was a body scan meditation. And let's see, how long did we do it? We did about, I think it was just about 15 minutes. So yeah, if you want to stretch a little bit, stretch your arms, you can stretch up, and then exhale, bring your arms down. And maybe do a little twist. Twist to the middle, yoga twist, then go to the other side. Okay, good. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me on this, my first live, YouTube live streaming. And a lot of folks tend to see it after the event as well. So hopefully if you're watching after, you'll try the body scan. Now, if any of you guys watching are able to figure out how to do the chat, and just click around a little bit. No. There are, like I said, when I look at my YouTube screen, there on my left are some options, and then the upper left is a blue box, and if you click on that, you'll be able to, and when I see it, chat's on the right-hand side. And so actually, I did have a question before. Yeah, so a friend of mine was asking, and I had wanted to get some clarification from him, but his question was, if you are meditating, should you set an intention before meditating? And I wanted to know a little more detail what he meant by the question in terms of an intention in terms of what you want to accomplish with the meditation, or often it's said to be good to set an intention with yourself for a certain time. Like you literally say to your mind, I'm going to sit for 10 minutes. I'm going to sit for 15 minutes and meditate. I'm going to, try to clear my mind. Whatever comes up, that's fine. But I am going to sit and do meditation for that long. Now, I think he might have meant specific intention, like in terms of a goal. Typically, you wouldn't, in sort of classical meditation, you wouldn't set a specific goal per se for the meditation, but I need more clarity on the question really to understand it. And so this particular live, I wanted to talk about meditation for stress and anxiety. It is absolutely proven scientifically, and of course, what I was more interested in is thousands of years of tradition from many cultures in the East, that meditation certainly even at the first level, brings down your level of stress, your feelings of stress and anxiety, of feeling overwhelmed. And so now I'm really happy that science is starting to prove that. I didn't really wait for science to start to prove that because from my own experience, I found that, that meditation was helpful, was very, very helpful. So let's see, are there any, okay. Let's see if we have any questions, a screen share. Okay, no, not going to screen share. And let's see, I'm just going to click control room here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm actually going to turn my audio level up. So hopefully I'm not too loud now, but I did just turn that up. So yeah, if you would like to ask a question, now's the time. Bring your cursor right over the screen, or your mouse or whatever, however you're watching. In the upper left, there is a chat box. You click that, it's blue, and then on the right will pop up where you can enter a message. Okay, you can type in a message. Oops, I just typed in there and I popped up, so that's working. So yeah. The best times to meditate, especially if you are a beginner, I would say is the morning, okay? And I'll cover this in other videos. But the morning is the best time to meditate because you're fresh. It's also usually really quiet, so that's really, really helpful. And, often if you have kids, the kids aren't awake yet. The whole world isn't awake yet, so it's a good time to be able to meditate. The next best time is like after work, but before you get like too sleepy. So if you have a regular day job, I'd say maybe after dinner, sometime between dinner and when you start getting sleepy. You don't want to try to meditate, you guys, when you're starting to get sleepy. So I wouldn't say to make it a habit to meditate right before bed. So the best time is the mornings when you're fairly fresh. Ideally, if you can meditate before breakfast, that would be great. And then in the evening, after work, but before you get too tired, if you can set some time aside. Yeah, so that's often a question people ask about meditation. Another really common question about meditation is how long? Like, how long do I have to meditate? I had a student recently in my local class who was trying simply to meditate for 5 minutes every day and actually having trouble. I gave them some tips that I think would really help. As we talked, I got to really understand maybe a little bit of what was going on. I would say you could start, but 5 is almost too short. I would say go for 10 minutes. So if you're new to meditation, I would set a goal of 10 minutes. Now that's going to feel long, but it's going to stretch you a little bit. Okay, so that's a good thing. It's going to be a little bit difficult probably, okay? But I feel like 5 minutes sounds like 5 minutes, oh, I could do that. But the problem with setting such a short goal is that in 5 minutes, you're barely going to sit down. And once you've sat down and you're a little restless, and you're, whatever technique you're doing, whether it's mindfulness of the breath or overall mindfulness of whatever's arising, it's just going to not be enough time for your mind to settle. Okay, so I would urge you, if you are a beginner, the minimum to start with, I would say, is 10 minutes. Okay, and 10 minutes, like I said, will feel a little challenging, but it will also give you enough time to sort of drop in a little bit and really get settled. Okay, so let's see. I'm sorry if, I know sometimes I've been watching YouTube Live and the video cuts out, so I apologize, that may be happening. Everything looks good from my end in terms of being plugged in and, and flowing pretty well. It looks like I did put like a 30-second delay. Yeah, welcome. Another viewer joined us. So we did the body scan. You missed that. You started at 9. And we started the body scan at around 9:15 and did that. But I would like to make this a regular Sunday series. And if you do have a question, go up to the chat box in the upper left, okay? And you could share your name, where you're from, and if you have a question about meditation for stress and or anxiety, which really anxiety is just a little bit beyond stress. It's sort of a continuum. So you can click on the chat box and then it'll pop up on the right, okay? So if you have a question about meditation in that case. So again, best times mornings. A second best I would say is evening, but not too late. And then the next best time is any time that you can find to meditate where you have quiet. Now, it doesn't have to be absolutely quiet. If you live in a city, I'm not saying it has to be absolutely quiet, so don't feel that you can't meditate if it's not absolutely quiet. You can. In fact, that's a good challenge. I just mean that there shouldn't be like noise right within your house, or like, you know, kids coming in to interrupt you, or a spouse coming in. You really just want to have your 10 minutes of time, which I'm recommending to start, and quiet within your space. So it's really common, you're going to hear sirens, like when I lead my classes at the studio space where I do it, we'll hear cars, but we'll also hear birds, you know? So that's part of the meditation. Don't feel that you need absolute silence to meditate, okay? That's not the case, and that'll hold you back. And I think that's one of those like myths of meditation. But, you know, ideally there's not like a jackhammer like going on, you know, like I shared a story. In fact, you might want to look at one of my videos. I forgot what it's called, but it's something about meditation retreat stories. And I think it's called The Late Girl, and all the different things that happened on a meditation retreat. And one of them, I didn't specifically say, but it was a jackhammer outside, amongst many other noises. There was an ice cream truck, somebody calling out, you know, in Spanish, which made it worse because I don't speak Spanish. So in a way, I'm like, what are they saying? But anyway, so I do have a video on that, my meditation retreat experiences, funny meditation retreat experiences. The Late Girl, I think that's what it's called. So anyway, all right, well, I hope I answered some of your general questions. And next time, just feel free to pop in and use the chat. It's okay. Or, you know, if you don't have a specific question, that's also fine. So we did the body scan. I do have a body scan video. Maybe search within my channel. And what I'll do once this is recorded, I'll put a link to it. So you can, you know, though we did it. So if you're watching it afterwards, because you missed it live, you can still do like a 15-minute practice. And I have other meditations as well. So just check through my channel. I have them organized in playlists so you can really see all the different things. So now we just got another viewer, but I was planning to end at 9:45, so welcome. If you have a question for me about meditation for stress or anxiety and you've just joined us, I'll give you like 1 more minute. I would love to answer your question. There is a chat button in the upper left, at least on my YouTube. I'm using a laptop. So there's a blue, if you hover over, and then it'll pop up, and then you could type in your question. So I'm sorry if you're just coming in and you missed it, and I'd love to know where you're from, and your name if you'd like to share, or simply what town you're from, and what your interest is in meditation. But we are going to end, I'm going to go till 9:50 Eastern Time, and yeah, let's see. So thank you so much. Let's see if we're going to, yeah, I think that person might have dropped off. YouTube has still, really, you guys, not worked out a lot of glitches with this. I hope some of you are able to get a steady feed. But like I said, I watched some really big channels, you know, with like 100,000 subscribers or whatever, and they'll be talking, doing like a tech review or whatever, you know, basically talking head like YouTube is, and they'll cut out and they can't get it back. So that is very, very common. So I'm really glad it looks like I have streamed successfully, and I did not promote this. I just wanted to really test the tech. And I asked a couple of friends to come. So if you were able to, you heard about this and you're a subscriber, I'm so glad that you stopped in. And like I said, if you did, oh, here comes that person back again. Yeah, I'm just apologizing that I know the YouTube, I don't think I think Facebook has it a little more together, if you know what I mean. I might do them on Facebook, but I like YouTube a lot. It's where I have most of my following and people, you know, paying attention to my work. So if you missed the beginning, do check in. I did lead a body scan that I think you'll really enjoy. I shared a little bit about the best times to meditate, and I'm going to go on for about another 4 minutes. If you do have a question you'd like to share or a comment would also be fine. It'd be great to hear from you. Where you're from, where you're watching this. Are you in the US? Are you in Canada? Are you in Mexico? Yeah, or God knows, you could be anywhere. You could be in Turkey. You could be in Ghana. You could be in France. So yeah, highly recommend meditation. Just try to make it a habit 3 times a week. It does not have to be a daily habit. I mean, obviously, it's like anything. Daily would be better, but minimum I would say is like 3 times a week. I know with 3 times a week, you will start to see benefits. Okay, you'll start to notice you're calmer, especially with difficult folks at work. Okay, and you know how that can be. So 3 times a week, 10 minutes a day, you know, 10 minutes each time as your starting point in the morning. If you can get it together, do it in the morning. Otherwise, in the evening before you get too tired. There are some wonderful apps. I do have, I think it's just called the Insight Timer. Check out the Insight Timer. It's a really, really good one. I like it because you have all different types of bells, which is nice. You don't just have like one type of bell. And you can even do intervals. You can do an introductory, like give yourself like 30 seconds to really sit down and, you know, get on your cushion or whatever. So I recommend the Insight Timer as an app, and I really like it. I mean, there are a lot of them, and there is a free version. And I think if you want like it's like $4, but it's really worth it. You can take notes. There's a place where you can put like your bio if you want, and you could start forming a group there. So there's just a lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits to that. So guys, I'm gonna sign off. I just want to close with you guys and say thank you so much for watching. And again, even if you weren't live, I'm going to try to do this, you know, leave comments, and I'll see if you guys like this time, and also if you have questions. So the video, like once YouTube records it, right, they have to like process it, and then it'll post. And so once it's up, please, you know, leave your questions in the comments area, which you're probably more used to, and I'll answer them in upcoming live streams. I do like this time. I'm thinking that 9 o'clock on a Sunday is a really good time, because I like to, you know, either have some spiritual topics or meditate with you, depending on our theme, and get you ready for the week. So that's my hope. So share your comments, what types of things you'd like to talk about if you have any comments on this particular time. I've thought about maybe pushing it a little later so folks on the West Coast, you know, that might work better for them. So I'm thinking of maybe even making it 10 o'clock on Sunday night on the East Coast, but I don't know, I kind of like 9. 9 works for me. So I'm going to just sign off with you. Let's just bring the palms together. There's a reason that universally this is a prayer position, or a position of connecting in with the divine. Esoterically, it seems to be that it's bringing the dualities in ourselves together, right? The left and right brain manifested through our hands. The hands then connecting into the heart, right? Heart chakra, center of the chest. So connecting into our human spirit, through the heart, and then our hands being of service. So I'm going to just do a nice Om, because I love Om. I'm going to Om. You don't have to Om with me. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If you'd like to work with me or have any questions about coaching and meditation and spirituality, below, once the video does get posted, there'll be links as to how you can connect with me. So have a beautiful week, and if you haven't watched the spirit message that I did for this upcoming week, take a look. It's on my channel, and please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you. Bye-bye.